Greetings and welcome to another episode of Conquering Diabetes. One of the topics I like to cycle through is when to check your blood sugar. Something that I've noticed is that diabetics are often not told that they should be testing their blood sugar or that they are giving the wrong times, such as only check in the mornings or check before meals. It's a bit of a trust me bro situation. Eat what you want, take the medicine, and don't worry about it. But diabetes is a condition where the system is not accurately processing a certain type of food, carbohydrates. And the best way to find out which carbs are keeping the blood sugar up is to check after eating. If you're having multiple foods in a meal and you get a high number, you might need to test those foods individually. For example, if you had eggs, bacon, coffee with creamer, and a couple pieces of toast for breakfast and got a reading of 200, I would recommend testing the coffee and bread separately. Why not the bacon and eggs? Because fat does not cause a blood sugar rise and protein will only minimally raise it, if at all, unless those foods come with a sauce that contains carbs. Protein might also cause a rise if you happen to eat a boatload of it in one sitting, like without the fat. So let's talk about when you should be checking your blood sugar. There's two routes that you could go. Just depends on what kind of personality you have and what your resources are like. Also depends upon what your goals are. The first method is to check 1.5 to 2 hours after eating, for both meals and snacks. You would start the timer before you have the first bite and then check at 1.5 to 2 hours. The second method is to check before you eat, then check at 1, 2, and 3 hour intervals after eating, again for both snacks and meals. Regardless of which method you use, you want that post-eating number to be under 140. Both methods work. We did the first one with my mom because she didn't want to constantly be sticking her fingers, which is understandable. We still were able to get her blood sugar under control and off her twice-a-day insulin shots. The second method is for someone who is really into numbers and they want to find patterns. If I was a diabetic and had funds, this would be the route that I would be going because I am a number person. The good news is that, in general, you'll only need to test a lot in the beginning. Once you start seeing the foods that you need to avoid, you won't really need to test those repeated foods. For my mom, she knows she can have her egg, cheese, and coffee with cream every morning and she won't get a spike. I'm putting up a food list that you can see, and the thing is, I'm still going to recommend testing. My mom can have tomatoes, but I know that there are some diabetics that can't. My mom can't have any kind of fruit, not even berries, but I know a lot of diabetics that can. Test to find out what works for you. Write it down in a food log, especially if you're on medication for diabetes, because as you get your numbers under control, you may need to have your medication adjusted. It would be good to be able to show your progress to your health professional so they can see for themselves what's going on. That is all for today. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.